Was there any stabbings or anything? Any times where you had to carry shanks where you thought shit was really gonna go down?
I mean, honestly, there have been a time or two where it seemed like be prepared, stay ready, so you don't got to get ready. Very rarely.
And
Um,
was this against a rival organization or a race or?
Man, it was over. It's almost more of just like,
Well, let me put it like this: who did y'all beef with the most? Was it within your own, just cleaning shop, with the drama, or was it who was your number one? I guess you could say could be a problem group.
right, and that's different per unit, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
But
From what you've seen.
well, shit, man, that's a hard and good question. Is Man, see, I hate when I say this. I don't want it to come out as racist, but
Yeah,
if anyone's watching the channel, they
I
know what
mean,
it
people.
is.
Yeah, they know it is
I'm
what it is, man. What the blacks was probably the most.
Yeah, there have been a time or two that we got into it, and not even with like the whole organization, but when you get in, that brings the whole.
Yeah, of
There's been a time
course.
or two with some money, with some Crips. There's been some time or two with some paisas, you know.
Yeah,
So a lot of cleaning your own shop.
yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's man. People, you see a lot more D's and violations and stomp outs than you do in regular fights. It seems.
Over here in Virginia, it's the same damn way, man. That's why I say to myself, I'm like, damn, I think they're just doing it to kill time. They're just always finding something wrong within their own. I'm like, damn, the dude's solid though. I've chilled with him, man. He might have lied a little something or said something, yeah, maybe, but ain't
And I'm with it.
you
I'm
know?
with that to a degree. I like what you're saying. I'm with,
Yeah,
but then we also do got to wash our own dirty laundry.
for sure. Yeah, man.
But what I
Yeah,
don't like is if we if whatever we're doing is washing our dirty laundry, then everybody else involved in that type of stuff needs to wash their own too.
yeah. Was there ever
You
a
know what I'm
time
saying?
where? Yeah, was there ever a time where you said, damn, dude got washed up for pretty much nothing?
And man, I can see I with the gang stuff.
Or just, just someone got wrong intel and they got their ass beat for something they should never have gotten touched for. Something along those lines.
Oh man, that could be anything. That could be like a shoot the messenger type deal.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
man. I don't want to speak on names because I know that's actually still getting fought.
yeah. No
But in a
names, no
certain prison
names.
I was on, uh, this kid was about to go home on a short way. You know what I'm saying? Had like a 3 year sentence. He was going to go home, and he went and had some dealings or whatever, and it was his own money, and somebody didn't pay him right, but he was tied to an organization.
Yeah,
He's fixing to leave in like 3 days, bro. You think he cares about those 4 honey buns?
yeah,
See what I'm saying? The best thing to do is be like, yo, you owe that to the, you know what I'm saying?
to the
So he
game.
tells his, yeah. So he tells his people, bro, I'm splitting in 3 days. If y'all worried about it, y'all go get it. And then like right before this fool's about to go home, they're like, what? You ain't talking about go get? You ain't finna ride till you out? And I'm talking about, I know you have, but the general public, see, most people see like a fight and think that's violence, like a bar fight. Dude, when you see a fight in prison and you smell the iron
Yeah,
and the blood and everyone thinks the cops are coming right in, dude, no, they're not. They're not coming right in to save you. It can happen for 5, 10, 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So,
They could
so,
beat you to death.
and luckily this kid didn't die. So it was during a chow time. They like stayed back and like switched dorms and came back or whatever. I guess just say like his last goodbyes. Worst mistake ever. And really, I think he's going over there and be like, "Hey, old dude owns that. I'll be gone in a few days." And instead of that whole squad bossing up and handling one person, or who even cares, squash a little tiny debt. And this dude his head was like like unheard of. Like literally elephant manned his face 3 days from going home. And then they obviously took him to the hospital. You know, hey, he kept it G, bro. He stayed in there until bunk count. And in prison, you got to hold your ID. They'll come by your bunk. Yeah, I came prepared. The whole
Hey,
yeah,
I know
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
So like you'll be asleep. If you're not asleep, you can leave it like by your bunk and they check it. It's like a miniature wellness check.
Yeah.
But they'll wake you up 10 o'clock count and you'll be like, damn, yeah, it's me. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying, man. I like how you did the sheet over your head. Shit.
Ah,
That's
I don't even
fuck,
remember.
that's messed up though, man. You know, if I was a part of that organization or had any kind of pool, I would have definitely not sent or killed the debt somehow. But I definitely wouldn't have sent someone that was going home in 3 days. You know what I mean?
See,
I would have sent 4 dudes or 3 dudes, whatever, to squash it somehow, you know, or just 2, you know, but definitely not the short timer. That's some messed up shit. I feel like someone might have wanted to see that shit happen. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah, man. You know, going home can be a very scary thing. Not only do you not know if someone could be the feds or someone could be waiting at the gate to pick you up for an indictment,
Oh,
any of that shit, you know? So,
bro, I was so terrified of that too. Not that I had any pending charges, but you never know. You're like, what about that speeding ticket I got friggin' Tuscaloosa?
yeah. I was always going to the counselor's office, tell him to check and make sure my shit was still good, man. He was like, look. And then I did it so much, the counselor actually messed with me and said, they got 2 holds out on you in the city that I came from. I said, are you kidding me? For what? And he actually named charges that would probably fit what I was going through. So I completely believed it. And I went back to the pod, devastated, telling everyone. And then they pulled me out again, and he was in the fucking office laughing his ass off, saying, I got just playing. Don't ask me no more, boy. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn. You know, that messed me up, though. You know, I was about to have a heart attack. That's the worst feeling to know that you're about to leave, and then at the last second, you're going somewhere else, man. You know what I mean?
But
So
I'll tell you this, a lot of dudes think that nothing can happen, and if you know you got stuff, go to the law library, write some stuff, and you'd be surprised about the shit you can get took care of right in there. You might have to bench warrant and go handle it, and it'd mess up your living situation with prison,
yeah,
and you might be comfortable where you're at, but you can actually handle stuff from in there that they don't realize.
damn, yeah. Is Texas Commonwealth?
What does that mean?
Okay, then it's not Commonwealth. I keep thinking Texas is for some reason.
I don't even know what
there's
that means.
5 states, I think 4 or 5 states that's Commonwealth states, and it's just a different way that they handle law, I guess. I really need to do my research on it because I truly don't know the huge difference behind it. But well, let me ask you this, man. Was that the craziest thing that you've seen in there? Was when that guy got elephanted up?
Oh, no.
Well, let me ask you, man, what was the craziest or wildest thing that you've seen in there? I ask everybody this question, and I'm looking forward to hearing yours. If you can tell it, if you can tell it.
No, well, remember how me and you were talking on Instagram? I said, don't get me wrong, I got some normal fight stories, but I got some more funny stories.
Let's hear them, man. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try to condense it, man. I don't want to take up all your time. But
And don't tell me too much, man, because honestly, dude, I strongly feel as though you got a career on YouTube, man. You got the charisma, you got the character. I think you could do it, man. So try it out, man. Try uploading some videos, some story times, and after this,
I really appreciate that, man. I've reached out to 1090 Jake, Savage, with the
yeah,
and then me and Sock Walker actually about 2 or 3 weeks ago spoke on Instagram. So you had seen one of his videos. And what's so crazy is how I came across you guys so organically, bro. I just got out a year ago.
Yeah.
And I know it's weird. Like, dude, if I give him a buddy and his girl and I got a girl and we start talking about prison, because we'll go on and I hate it because I do not glorify prison,
Yeah.
but the main thing to me was if and I had bad days in prison emotionally, like anyone else.
Yeah.
But if I did not have a good time in prison, then they won, and I will not allow that.
Exactly. That's how I was. I made the best out of every fucking situation, man.
Got to, dude.
Got to,
Man,
ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't know if I should say this, bro. I had some of the best times of my life in prison.
Yeah, I've had some of the best laughs I've ever had in prison, you know? Well, actually, you know what? Before prison, dude, I didn't really have too many good times. You know what I mean? I didn't see all the good times in my life till after prison. So, really, the good times did start happening in the pen. You know, believe it or not. Something I really loved in prison and had just a blast was softball, man. I mean, like, every summer I was looking forward to playing softball like it was a drug, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, that ain't going down for me.
And
they do on trustee camps, but my custody level, and we can get into that on a whole nother thing. My custody level in prison, I can never be outside of the gates. I can like.
Yeah, well, see, this was our softball yards was in the yard, wrapped around the fence. So,
just for Rick.
Yeah, but that's how big the yards were. For each building, it's a huge compound, Greensville. But it was
how many man compound?
Yeah, it was. Shoot, I don't know. I forget the exact number, but it was in the thousands. But it was a 3-4. It was a violent lifer prison, and there was stuff there that ain't there no more. You know what I mean? So back in the day, you know, usually you see a little more amenities that people done screwed up throughout time, horseshoes, pool tables,
right?
You know, stuff like that. So yeah, man, I can understand not having
can't have nothing nice, and I understand why.
Yeah, in Texas, man, I hear they don't even allow playing cards.
I got several friends in the feds right now. My cousin just came home. He did 13. He's been out about a year. And the guy I told you about when we were talking, yeah, man, this dude is a hoot. He's a character. But enough about him. Today's my day. We'll get you later, Jake Snoop.
Yeah, no, that's right.
But, okay, so some funny stories, man. Okay, so here, let me get my prison ID. When you're going in chow to get your food, they scan this barcode.
Uh-huh.
A little lady's at it's almost like a lunch desk, school lunch. Yeah, ding, 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 ding. You know what I'm saying? Well, at Bradshaw, their stuff was so janky that was down. So you know your actual TDC number right here.
Yeah.
You got to. I don't care if you blur all this stuff out. I ain't tripping. They can push it in manually, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got this one homeboy, and because they just quick glance at it, you know, they're not.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I have this crafty little Brazilian homeboy. We call him Brazil. Motherfucker had a wonky eye like this, boy. He found a way that you could get like a pin and just turn like a 3 to an 8, a 9 to an 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just change it up a little bit here and there.
Yeah, just little weird things. He would like it, and then he would white out stuff. But if you did it right, you could do it like once, twice, 3. So on like chicken days, that yard bird, you know, that's the day in Texas.
Hell yeah, we don't get that no more unless it's Thanksgiving.
Man, because they do it at least, man, I forget the schedule. It's like once, I want to say it's once a week or once every 2 weeks, you for sure get a nice little piece of turkey, you know?
Yeah.
And it's chicken, and it's good to eat by yourself, but a lot of people will sell them.
Yeah.
Because that alone's worth like $1.50, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So me and my homeboy Brazil, have you ever seen the Family Guy where Homer keeps going and getting the free samples?
Yeah,
He's got a
yeah.
different mustache than a different. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bro, that's how me and this fool like we would change glasses. He like would go no glasses. He like slicked his hair back.
Oh my god.
Because of color tattoos, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously just being like, I mean, probably one of the hottest dudes in the world. I don't say that, but like other people have said that, so whatever. So we go, bro, and I'm telling you, we smoked them for like 14 chickens, dude.
Damn.
Not that big a deal, but I'm telling you, I honestly felt like Ocean's 11, bro.
I've done shit like that, man. I've told stories about it. Beating the deuce, beating the trips, you know. And they would have the little scanner at some places, but we knew it was broke because it wouldn't beep. So that shit didn't scare us. We would just keep on going, you know. They just did it to scare us.
Metal detectors.
Metal detectors.
Are you talking? What were you talking about?
No, I'm talking about when they scan your thing for the food. They had it at an establishment I was at too, your ID.
Okay.
And we knew when the shits were broken. Yeah, we knew that when they were broken, so we would just beat the deuce. But yeah.
But then at the same time, man, once I got to a unit for so long, like, now I hate the laws.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Uh-huh.
But you got to play the part. Yeah. I got a 48 laws of power on them sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And especially with girls, because, I mean, I'm not going to talk about everything or anybody's names, but some stuff has been made happen, you know?
Uh-huh.
And you know this.
Yeah.
Sure, you have partook in some of this.
Yeah.
So, don't really like to talk to guy laws, but even them can play the part on some things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, man, but even if not, I had just a good rapport with the laws. Like, they knew I was just a little rascal, first off. But, like, when I would do stuff, I'd do it, like, so blazing. And then when they catch me, I'd be like, come on, baby.
They're like, all right, get out of here, man. Get off now.
When you're doing time, you know who's good and who's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And man, you know, I just had a good time. I mean, it was kind of like a fun and games thing, man. I had one real awesome job where I don't know what they called in other prisons, but it was called peer education. It was a free certificate. And in Texas, everybody, like, if you're trying to go home, everybody wants to get all these easy certificates. Like, you can do from, like, mail-in Bible studies, mail-in that, and they even send you the free stamp. So it's nothing, you know, just boom, 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 boom. And then
dude, I got a stack of certificates, man. You know what I mean?
So you know.
Yeah.
And how easy were they to come about?
Very easy, but it made you feel like you're damn a doctor in there. You know what I mean?
Bro, like you and Sock said it the other day. You know what I'm saying? You got one main objective, to go home.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that was really, really hard. And I probably for someone like you, and I really related to Sock on a lot of things too, man. Shout out Sock, dude. He did his thing.
Yeah, he did. He did good.
Very enjoy. It was so crazy. I tapped into him a week or two before I even saw that interview. I just, man, and it's all real. It's like, because I've been to some of those places, Coalfield, the Glass House, like, yeah.
What about them booty bandits, man?
They do exist, but I have personally never seen someone raped. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. You know?
Yeah. It's probably more willing than anything, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, and that's happening.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a homeboy. His celly, man, I don't want to call anybody a bad name, but his celly was like that.
Yeah.
And was really a cool dude too. Most of them are, to be honest.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time. They're mostly pretty chill.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I tell them, as long as you don't come at me like that, rock on, soul sister, or whatever.
Yeah.
And for real, I respect them. I'm cool. I got one's my cousin. Anyhow, enough of that. But my homeboy used to, and for some reason in there, they got that money. You ever notice that?
Well, I mean, yeah, I've seen some very poor ones. I really couldn't tell sometimes if they were getting taken care of by someone or they had their own stuff, you know, because they're so close-knit to their boyfriends or husbands. They were eating good, though. They always were cooking something.
Oh, yeah, they were eating all right.
Yeah, they were.
I was I getting at, dude? Yeah. So my homeboy, Selly was like that, and there's another dude on the compound who was like that, and he had money. They would both pay my Selly $100 each to fall out of place for the night.
Damn. So you get it
So they
on, huh?
so they could get it. So they have a little alone time.
They got the top and bottom bunk, huh?
You feel me?
Shit.
But then he had all kinds of messed up rules because we were on it because he's part of whatever. We were on his ass. Hey, money's money. Do your thing. We were on him. We would make. I was like, you better make them in there, bleach that down. You know what I'm saying? I would do it if straight people. It's not nothing against that kind of, just gross.
Yeah, it's gross, man. It's a dirty thing.
I'm sure he gave him the rule, like, do not touch my, because in prison, I don't like anyone sitting on my bed.
Yeah. But $100 in prison is a grip, my friend.
Bro, that's like 40,000 yen. That's at least. I mean, that's like 14 Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make some shake off $100 of prison.
You could come out and start a whole life with that,
Dude, I'm not gonna say no names, and I know anyone who's in prison that's somewhat connected. There are people taking care of their families, becoming in the feds, becoming millionaires, buying Range Rovers from prison.
That's crazy as hell. Yeah, I was talking to someone. I interviewed someone the other day. That was sending home thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? They eventually found out and took the majority of money that he had on his books, but it's possible, my friends. Don't ever think it ain't, So a lot of people might say,
I'm trying to condone that.
Yeah, I mean, drugs in prison is quadruple, if not more. So, I mean, the price, so big money, okay. Big money.
So another funny story. Okay, so this is also still in a transfer facility. It was this facility. You pretty much couldn't get a case unless you were asking for it. Like, dudes were walking down, brand new face tats right past the guard. I mean, like, damn near bleeding, black eyes. They really weren't tripping about fighting unless you were, like, or your family. Like, came to visit, was like, oh, my baby.
Yeah.
So if you weren't a lame, it was actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, pretty chill.
But it also, the gangs there were ran very poorly.
Oh shit! When they're run poorly, it could get crazy.
I mean, to be honest, I never slid back or anything, but I had a lot. I'm a little bit older, I'm 32. A lot of these other kids, you know what I'm saying, so they still came for me for it, but like, I was blown away by what it was insane.
Would you say who would you say had the numbers in there, man?
And this is just differentiates from state to state, from prison to prison, and even the rules is so crazy.
Yeah.
So as far as from where I was at, the first prison I was at was in East Texas. I will say that there is a heavy majority of whites and blacks.
Okay.
So a lot of Crips, a lot of Bloods, a lot of Woods, and ABAC, White Knights, Dirty White Boys.
Well, did you see a lot of white Crips or Bloods?
Every single prison I've ever went to, I've seen at least a couple of whites and Crips and Bloods. And if they're still there being a white Crip and Blood, they're about it.
Yeah.
I have a friend. This is insane. I have two friends. They're some of my best friends. They're white. They're brothers. One's a Blood. One's a Crip.
Yeah, that's strange.
Very. And dude, they'll both scratch. Don't get me wrong. The white one's solid. He's big stuff. The Crip, while he was in there, he got it's like disrespect. Like, Bloods go by dogs. Where he got a collar made of dog teeth in the day room, ready to start a riot. And he's just like, and he's white. One time he went to prison, and I know it's true. I've heard on like other people there, like some white dudes were like, "What's that? You want that wood check?" He's like, "Nah, but I ain't scared of it. What's up?" And just ran a wood check for no reason.
Yeah.
From what I was told, slid them.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
It's bizarre, man.
Yeah.
Or some of the white guys in those gangs, they either come in with like a super lot of money and they're more of a beneficiary. I'm not saying that those gangs use people, but in certain situations that could be the issue.
I don't give a shit what anybody says. Every single person and organization uses someone at one point in life, you know? So I've seen it a million times. Like I said in my video yesterday, a lot of white guys can be crash dummies, but there's also guys that, you know, they got their back 100%. You know, just varies, man. It varies, depends on the shot caller, OG, area. That's why another thing that I say all the time, you know, you can get the basic politics of the organization. I mean, of the compound that these people are in from state to state. You can get the basic idea of how it's ran, but when it comes to the danger level, I mean, it really just varies depending on who's in there at the time and who's running things. It can change up at a drop of a dime, man, you know? So it's hard for people to really know what they're going to be fully up against. But people like me and you with a good character and, you know when to hold them, when to fold them type shit,
Yeah.
we survive, man, and we survive great, you know? It's just how it is.
I feel like if you threw me in water, eventually I grow gills.
It's how it goes. We got to adapt, my friend. Got to adapt, and that is key. And a lot of people can't adapt, man. They just fall apart, man, and crumble.
I'll tell you another funny story thing, though, about this, though. A dude, so Bradshaw's crazy, man, and we got some hooch going. Got that old Pruno.
Okay.
And, man, it's like Friday, it's a good night, turning up.
Yeah, Friday night, maybe.
Friday night, lock up, people playing spades, but we're not supposed to be in a day room. It's in the bunks.
Yeah.
But that sucker comes to Studio 54 at night.
Yeah, it does. But I try to tell people at nighttime, boy, it gets crazy. And then other people are like, you lying, man. Nighttime, we ain't even allowed to talk. I'm like, shit, I don't know where you're at, but shit. But it was a club at night when I seen.
I'll tell you what, in Texas, we don't rack up. We act up.
Ooh. I know all the Texans are like, yeah.
Sometimes we rack up, though.
Yeah, sometimes you got to, man,
Sometimes the warden will come down and just sit in the middle table and be like, for real, it's funny. Texas is crazy.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so, we're turning up. But at the same time, you got to be smart about the dumb shit you do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on there hammered, dude. Whole 68 pod dorm is lit.
Yeah.
And just having a good, how people's girlfriends or family send lyrics?
Yeah.
I've never been into that, but there's always like that one kid or like that. We got a damn radio now.
Yeah.
Because we can't buy a radio at a transfer unit. Once I got to my ID, you can buy a radio. Yeah. Man, I got this. You ever seen Superbad?
Yeah.
You know how they got him and he's like, these eyes are crying. These eyes are crying, but I'm dead. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. I can't laugh, though. I can't laugh, man, and it sucks because I'd be laughing my ass off right now, man. Okay.
So we got kids doing that. Well, anyhow, this dude, we normally drink them in water bottles or, we get a 32 ounce. That way, 32 ounce half gallon. That's more of a way to sell it. Well, this dude's got the gallon.
Yeah.
And he's walking by like, I know you don't know the setups, but like, there's like, when you walk into a full building, it's like a door to come into the whole building, a hallway, then you come in, and there's like an octagon, and the picket is in the center, and there's like a dorm over here. There's 4 dorms, so the central picket can look everywhere, and then has a big, like, all those TVs.
Yeah.
And control the doors. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I guess those are called the Sally ports. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sally ports.
So, and then there's plexiglass, and our phones are right there. So like, the smart way for him to go would be like go around, but he just walks right past with this, and he's drinking it, and a guard just opens the door. It's not a slide door; it's just a metal door. He opens it, and he's just got like his shoulder in, like just open. He's like, "What the hell are you doing? You already know you're smoked. Like you're going to get the case, and they're going to take the hooch." This dude slams the whole gallon of hooch and pushes the dude out the door and holds his foot on the door
Oh,
while he's drinking the hooch, slams the hooch on the door, is like, all right, come get me.
oh shit! I bet some guys were mad. They're probably trying to get some of that, huh?
No, I think it
That
was
was just
all his,
personal.
dude. Just the story alone, bro. To see something like that, because it's one of them nerdy CEOs. Like, I mean, come on, guys, don't drink, bro. At Bradshaw, we
Yeah.
broke so many CEOs because they'll come through to do
Damn,
count
my
time.
headphones fell off. Hold on, man. What you say?
I said at Bradshaw, we would give the laws hell. We broke so many, bro. You see a law, 2 weeks later they're gone. They would as they're doing count, dude, we would just say the most god awful things to them.
See, I tell people all the time, it ain't like some places is very strict, and some places, man, I've heard the inmates call them the most derogatory names known to man. You know what I mean? They don't discriminate. It could be a grandma, it could be old man Rogers walking through. It's crazy,
yeah, it's
man.
bad. Bad. Sometimes I felt bad, but I will say I chimed in at least 99% of the time.
Yeah, you do it on the side.
Dude, there was this kid. Shout out my boy DJ. He's out now. I have to shoot him to this fool. He was like you know how ventriloquists can throw their voice?
Yeah.
Dude, so he's over there. So a lot of things we do, you know, like just for instance, I'll be like, excuse my language, I'll be like, 63 bump trying to hit.
Yeah.
You know, trying to smash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she thinks, oh, I'm at 63 bump. Dude, he could be across the room, make his voice sound like that, and it actually sound like that.
Yeah.
It was insane, dude.
Yeah. That's funny, dude. That is
dude,
funny.
he was amazing.
They used to do. Did they ever used to do this during count? There'd be random people say 13, 40, 45, 30, 30, 30, 30, you know, and they would trick up their account, and they would come in with like 7 or 8 COs, like, you count out loud again and mess up my COs count.
Yes.
It did stop us, though. We always messed up their count, man. And a lot of COs, they didn't give a shit. They were like, all right, we'll start over. And we would sit there for count time probably for 40 minutes, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, just let them do it.
As long as the whole pod's on board.
Yeah. But sooner or later, they get tired. Like, just let them count. Yeah. That's funny, man. But see, a lot of places, you know, like California and stuff like that, I hear they respect the COs. A lot of organizations try to respect them so they can get shit done or whatever. I understand that.
No, and we do too. I mean, to the point where, I mean, still forget the law, but it's just so much easier just to, you know, what's the saying? You catch more bees with honey or whatever.
Yeah. Well, damn, man, I appreciate you coming on to the show and telling us a little bit about Texas, man. I had fun. I wish I could have laughed more, but I'm still getting over this cold. And but do you have any social media that you want? You got any social media you want people to go check out?
Yeah, man. Mark Stoolfire on Facebook, or get me on Instagram, Mark Stoolfire.
Okay.
It's MarkStoolfire.
That's what's up, man. And you know, really take into consideration making a YouTube channel, you know?
Man, I appreciate that, man. And I really had a lot of fun, and I've talked about it. I like to do something like that, brother.
Try it
Maybe
out,
you can
man.
show me the road.
Yeah, if you know, try it out, and once you get it going, I will just make it a YouTube account and just drop one video and let me know when you do it, and I'll make sure that the link to your channel will be put into this video whenever you decide to do it. You know what I mean? That way, people with traffic will start coming your way every time they watch this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll keep all his stuff pinned and linked in the comment section description of the video, and you know, just be easy out there in these crazy times, man, you know?